Hey there everybody, this is Patrick from Lost in Games, and today we're going to be talking about Nations at War upgrade kits. So there are currently 3 Nations at War titles out. Some of them are in their second edition, some of them look like they're in their second edition, but they may not be. Some of them look like they're in their first edition, but they may not be. There's also talk of replacement counters. What's in these upgrade kits? Do you want them? Should you get them? We are going to unravel all of those mysteries inside this video. So stay with me while we talk about upgrade kits for Nations at War. So there are 3 boxes, 3 core sets in the Nations at War series. We have White Star Rising, Stalin's Triumph, and Desert Heat. If you look at White Star Rising and Desert Heat, they both say second edition on the box. Stalin's Triumph does not. It is considered to have the second edition rules and rule set, however. It's the latest, newest version of the game, and because it's the first version of Stalin's Triumph, they can't very well call it a second edition like they do have with Desert Heat and White Star Rising. One of the things I like about Lock and Load Publishing is they do take feedback, they do evolve the game over time through the reports from players and play testing and feedback, and if there are errata, they upgrade the rule set. Lock and Load Tacticals, like on version 5, for example. Nations at War, I believe, is on version 3 of the rule set. So this is something they do, is they keep up to date. And when they first had the first copies of White Star Rising, Stalin's Triumph, and Desert Heat, there were some counters that they chose to upgrade. To fix, to replace. It's only a handful of them, and we'll get a chance to see them in here in a minute. But you can go out to the Lock and Load site and put them in your cart. They're like 50 cents for a handful of counters, and those counters will actually replace counters in all of the games. You can also go out to their website and you can download a PDF, and you can download and print out those pages, and you could create your own counters that have the corrected icons on them. So it's awesome that they're fixing those counters. Are they necessary? I've played White Star Rising, the second edition, a number of times because this is the original printing of it, and had absolutely no issue at all. So it's 50 cents if you want to order it, or it's free if you just want to download it and you want to and paste them onto your counters. Now they're also offering these upgrade kits, which basically give you upgraded counters. They give you some updated rules with some errata in it. They give you some bonus scenarios. They give you formation decks so that you're not using the chit pull. The confusing thing about it is that depending on when you got and where you got the second edition, you may or may not have that original printing. So if you open up your White Star Rising like I did, Nations at War, and you play that game, and inside of it you do not see the formation deck, then you have an original printing. And my suggestion would be either go get the replacement counters for 50 cents plus shipping, or go purchase one of these upgrade kits. And we're going to show you what's in these upgrade kits in a minute. If it does have a formation deck in it, then you have the latest version of the game. You have nothing to worry about, okay? So I can't at that point really tell you if you should go get the upgrade deck. I just don't think you necessarily need it. So right now I have the upgrade kit for White Star Rising because for sure this did not have the formation deck in it. And then I also have one for Stalin's Triumph, and that did not have the formation deck, so I knew that was an original edition. But when I did open up the second edition of Desert Heat, it did have all of the upgraded components in it. So it's confusing, I know it is, but hopefully that brings some clarity to it. So we're going to take a moment now and we're going to take a look at the upgrade kits themselves and show you what their contents are, and then we'll be back for some final thoughts. So here we are to take a closer look at the upgrade kits for White Star Rising and Stalin's Triumph. And we will start with White Star Rising. All these things are going in my core box when we get done, but here we have the opening flap, which looks like it is now a big play aid, turn record chart, casualty boxes, fate points, chaos tables, some errata and clarifications. And it looks like this is a reproduction of this page so that you can have the errata and clarifications. Probably cut that if you really want to, but there you go. So a couple plaids right there. And then we have the formation deck we were kind of talking about, which has fate cards and chaos cards, end of turn cards, and then formation cards. Ooh, look at that, a P47, nice. Ooh, Stukas. So, headquarter cards by the looks of it. Here's your formation deck that you can now use with White Star Rising. And then we have a couple more formation cards. These must be for that extra scenario which came in, maybe? I don't know. There you go. I'm just going to throw those in here because these are now going, they all need to be together anyway. I'll do that after. So here we have, these are the replacement counters we were talking about earlier. And as I understand it, these replace units for all 3 games. Again, 50 cents on the lock and load site plus shipping while supplies last. But here they are, they come in the upgrade kit. So if you order that, you get one for sure. Looks like there is 24 of them. And then we have a White Star Rising terrain effects chart. And looks like an updated module and scenario book. So it says version 3.0, which means they probably did some tweaks to the different scenarios to balance them, or if there were any fixes in there. I don't know if this is available on their website or not. May just be a bonus thing for the upgrade kit or in the latest versions of the game. Like I said, when I opened up the Desert Heat, it had the updated version that in it already. So if you have a newer version of the game, you're automatically getting it. You only need to worry about this stuff if you have the original printing. So I'm going to set these off to the side, and then I'm just going to give you a glimpse inside the Stalin's Triumph one too. I'm expecting much the same. We have same thing. Oh, this is kind of different. Counter details. And we have here, these are different. So it looks like the counters I was showing you before in White Star Rising, I'm missing one already. Those are for White Star Rising. And these are for Stalin's Triumph, which probably means the replacement counter pack on the website probably has counters for all of the games in it. I'm just guessing here. I'm sure if I'm wrong, Lock and Load's going to come in and smack me and tell me I'm wrong. But, so there you go, replacement counters. And played for the chaos table. And, we have again, the formation deck right here. End of turns, fate, chaos, all that good stuff. And a couple more, again, must be associated with that new scenario, I'm guessing. Just to add those right away to my deck. And here's that terrain effects chart. And then again, the version 3.0 of the module and scenario rulebook. So it's got everything in it. Again, probably updated, tweaked. There you go. So again, if you have the latest version of it, and you got, if you don't see a formation deck in your, if you don't see a formation deck inside your box, then you have an original printing of the game, of the of the game and you want to go out there and you want to get one of these upgrade packs for sure. If you do have it in there, I don't think you need it unless you wanted extra stuff. But so I had all three, and Desert Heat was the only one that actually had the upgrades in there. So that's why I have the two that I showed you. So that is the upgrade packs, and now I'll move on to my final thoughts. Okay, so there you have it. That is the upgrade kits and what is inside. What do I think about the upgrade kits? I think they're grand. Like I said, I played White Star Rising, the second edition, 4 times without even knowing that an upgrade kit existed, and had a blast. The upgrade kit just adds some extra bling, fixes a few things, has those formation cards, which I think are really nice, and I do prefer those to the chip pull. So, but are they necessary? Absolutely not. I think from the replacement counter perspective, like I said, you can get them for free. While supplies last, you can go out to the Lock and Load website and you can get them for 50 cents plus shipping, which is a pittance, but it's great. And if not, everything you need is in here, and it comes with bonus scenarios, right? And it comes with a whole bunch of extra counters for you. So for 15 bucks, I think there's a lot of really good value inside these upgrade kits. So one other thing I do want to point out is that I was out there perusing the Lock and Load site, and for some very exciting news, there are 2 additional Nations at War box sets coming our way. The first one is Tigers in the Snow, which is all Battles of the Bulge using the Nations at War rule set. Cannot wait for that. And then the second one, this one I am really excited about. That is Victory Stalingrad. I can't imagine the Lock and Load rule set I can't imagine the Nations at War rule set in Stalingrad, but those 2 are must-buys for me. So when those 2 do come out, we will have five titles in the Nations at War series. And I think that's absolutely outstanding because I am a big fan of this game line. So thank you for watching. I appreciate you taking the time. I hope you understand the difference between the replacement counters and the upgrade kits and the different versions of the game. It can be a little confusing, but hopefully it's now clear and you'll know your path forward, in which case I would recommend picking up the upgrade kits for Nations at War. Thank you very much. Have a good day, and don't forget to get lost in games.